Can you hear me, Bushy? Okay, great. I'm using my computer mic, so does that sound good?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, thank you.
At 1, we will cut to you.
What's that?
At 1 p.m., we're going to go to you.
Perfect. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this second coaching clinic session. Hopefully you all had a chance to be with us yesterday when we talked about practice planning and season planning and monthly planning and all the planning that you need to do to ensure that your teams have a great and successful season. I am Steph Wheeler. I'm the head coach of our women's wheelchair basketball team here at Illinois, and I'm joined today by Coach Bushy, who coaches our men's team. And today we're going to walk you through how to write your coaching philosophy and why it's important to have a coaching philosophy and how you implement your coaching philosophy throughout your season. We hope that this session is going to be very practical. So hopefully, if you don't already, go grab one. You'll want something to write with and something to write on, because we're actually going to give you guys some time today to engage with the material, actually write up some of your coaching philosophy. Even if you already have one, it's really good to update. So make sure you have something to write with and something to write on, because our hope is for this session to be more interactive, where you have some experience getting to write your coaching philosophy. As we move on later in the week, we've still got some great coaching clinic sessions for you. Tomorrow, Coach Mike Frogley is going to join us from Wheelchair Basketball Canada. We're going to talk about some long-term athlete development. Thursday is going to be Chalk Talk, where we're going to field your questions about any questions that you have about coaching, about sideline, out of bounds plays, about baseline out of bounds plays, about just anything that you have questions about wheelchair basketball wise, which should be a lot of fun. So make sure that you're tuning in for those as well. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop into our coaching philosophy. So what we want to do to kick things off is to give you all a sense of why having a coaching philosophy is important. So what we have is about a video that's about a minute long, which is just going to talk through why our coaching philosophy is important. If we can cue up that video.
A coaching philosophy is something that provides a coach with vision and direction, and it is something that is also reflective of what's important to you, what your values are, and it's so important that you take that information to create safe and supportive environments for your athletes to excel, as well as provide them with important a milieu for athletes to be able to also teach them important life lessons so they can be successful beyond the rink or the playing field.
Okay, so really quick intro to what we're talking about today with coaching philosophy and why it's important. Just to add to that, there's a story I always like to tell with coaching philosophy that kind of, again, illustrates why it's really important. It's one of those old kind of fable stories, so bear with me while I go through it, okay? This is a story about a boy, an old man, and a donkey, okay? Boy, old man, donkey. And they've been in town shopping one day, and they have all their goods, and they're going back to their village where they live, okay? And as they're walking back, they come upon this passerby who's going into town. And the passerby says, hey, like, you guys have this awesome donkey. You have this little boy. Why isn't he on the donkey? He shouldn't have to walk all this way. So the old man and the young boy look at each other and they're like, okay, yep, you're right. So they put the young boy on the donkey. They keep moving their way out of town, okay? They come to another passerby. And the passerby is like, oh, whoa. Why do you have that young boy riding that donkey? Like, you have this older man here. He can't walk that far. He's the elder. He should be the one riding the donkey. And the young man and the boy and the old man look at each other and like, okay, yeah, you're right. So the little boy gets off and the man gets on, and they continue to make their way through out of town. They come upon another passerby. The passerby says, oh my gosh, you guys are abusing that donkey. It should not be having to do this much work. No one should be riding it. You guys should just be walking it out of town. But you look at each other and said, okay, yeah, you might be right. And so the old man gets off. Nobody's on the donkey. They keep making their way. They come upon somebody else. And this next passerby says, this donkey was made to work. It needs a job. Both of you should be riding it. It's going to be a faster way for you to get out of town and back to your home. And the two look at each other and nod, like, okay, yep, you're right. So they both get on the donkey. They're getting really close to home. They come by one more passerby, and this passerby says, I don't know what you guys are thinking. You're getting really close to the river. This donkey is not going to be able to make it across the river. You guys should carry it so that all of you guys have a chance of making it across the river. The two look at each other. They both get off the donkey. They're like, okay, great. We'll carry this donkey across the river. They get to the river that's close to their village. And as they're crossing the river, the boy and the man drop their donkey, and the donkey sails down the river. Okay. So, moral of this story, okay, if you don't have a guiding philosophy, the old man, the boy, did not have a guiding philosophy on how they wanted to get out of the village, how they wanted to utilize their donkey. Okay. So, if you don't have a guiding philosophy, sooner or later, you're going to lose your ass. Okay. That's the best way I can think of to iterate why it's important. Okay. They let everybody coming by sway them on what they should do on their way out of town. And if your philosophy is solid, though, you won't drift, right? And that's the real key why it's important to be grounded in a coaching philosophy. Because as coaches, we're going to encounter tons of situations in our coaching careers that'll require us to make really, really hard decisions. But if we have a philosophy and we're really grounded in what we believe in and really grounded in our values, we won't drift in that decision making. We won't drift in games. We won't drift in practices, and we're not going to drift in our instruction. We're going to know what's important to us and always be ready to come back to that and make decisions based off of that. So that's really what we're going to be working on today together with you guys writing some of your coaching philosophy as well. Is like, what are some of the things that you believe in? What are you grounded in? A couple things that I want you all to keep in mind as we're moving through this exercise together. Be really specific and think about what something looks like in tangible ways, right? So we're going to ask you to think pretty deeply about what some of your values are as a person and what some of your values are as a coach. And sometimes this process can be a little bit challenging. It can be a little bit scary because if we are not specific with what we believe in and what our values are, then they don't become real, right? We don't have to act on them. We don't have to ensure that we are living those values every day. But as soon as we put something down on paper and we are committed to and agreeing to following these, then you have to make those tough choices of following those in all of your decision making. So think about these in a very tangible way when we move through this. The other really great thing about a coaching philosophy that you want to keep in mind is that it should evolve every year. I think one of the greatest traits and qualities that a coach can have is that they're constantly evolving, and not evolving to where so much to where there's no consistency, you don't know what to expect out of that person, but evolving and growing in ways that allow you to teach and guide your athletes the way that they need to be taught and guided, right? That's aligned with your growth. So along with that, you need to come back to your coaching philosophy every year. I come back to mine every single summer to see if there's anything that I need to add or change. I might not, but it's always something that's nice to revisit. A lot of times, the sign of a really good coaching philosophy is that it gets handed down. Now, I'm going to put a caveat there, is that your philosophy should be your own. It should be something that you believe in, that you can come back to all the time, and that is based on what you as an individual value. However, we are all influenced by people in our lives, by coaches that we've had, by teachers that we've had, by people in our family that are important to us, people in our inner circle that are important to us, by our student athletes. They influence our coaching philosophy as well. And so it's okay to base your coaching philosophy around some of those incredible influences that you have that can be handed down generationally, but remember that it is yours. You know, I think about coaches like John Wooden and Pat Summitt are the first two that come to my mind from our able-bodied coaching world. If you look at their coaching tree, it's massive, right? Like they all have tens upon tens, maybe even hundreds of athletes that they've coached who are now coaches in some capacity. And their coaching philosophy is based on what they learned from John Wooden or Pat Summitt, though evolved to fit who they are now and where we are now in our world and our society. And then, you know, last thing that I'll say before we kind of get into what we want to do here is that, again, these are your internal compass. I'm going to keep coming back to that because it is really important to remember. Our philosophy guides us. It's our internal compass. So the more clear we can be on what our values are, what our philosophy is, what we want to ensure our athletes get out of their time with us, the better off we're going to be. And the more our athletes are going to get from us and the better experience they're going to have. And ultimately, that's what we all want as coaches, for our athletes to have the best experience they possibly can with us in whatever way we choose to define that. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we have 4 questions that we are going to pose to you. And I want to give a little shout out here at the beginning of this video. These questions, they're not ours, they're not mine, they don't belong to Illinois Wheelchair Basketball. Molly Grisham is an incredible leadership consultant. She's someone who our teams at Illinois have worked with on and off for the past few years. Molly used to be a soccer coach at the University of Illinois at Springfield, and now she's off doing her own thing in leadership development. And she's incredible. If you all are ever looking for someone to work with to help ensure that your athletes are growing as leaders, and here we have a picture with Molly's information up here. Her organization is called A Person of Influence, and she's absolutely phenomenal. She understands what it's like to be a coach. She was also a student athlete, so she sees leadership from multiple perspectives. So reach out to Molly or follow her on her social media. She has incredible content that she puts up as well. So I want to shout out Molly on this for allowing us to use her methodology for developing coaching philosophy. Okay. So as we move into this first question, what we'll do, we'll read the question, we'll talk through it a little bit, and then we're going to give you all about 5 minutes to kind of sit, think, write down, brainstorm, whatever it is that you want to do that will allow you to become really clear on how you want to answer this question. Okay, so we can go ahead and put the first question up, please. Okay. So question number 1, I've talked a lot about values here for the last, 5 or 10 minutes. So this is where we're going to start in developing our coaching philosophy. So when we think about identifying our values and what they are, okay, we want to think about, where do you spend your time? Where do you invest your effort? Where do you invest your energy? What values assist you in your day-to-day decision making? And just a reminder, your values are your home base. These are the things that matter to you. So for example, I'll give you a couple of my values that I use to write my coaching philosophy. Authenticity is a big value for me. I want to always be exactly who I am with my athletes. That's really, really important to me and important to my relationships with them. Value is actually one of my values, to show each one of our student athletes that they bring value to our team and to our world. So it's kind of those kinds of words that we're looking for, or phrases that we're looking for, that really ground who you are and what you do, okay? That really have nothing to do with sport, okay? During this 5-minute time, if you have a question, pop it in the Q&A. If it's something that we can address after the 5 minutes, we certainly will, but we're going to start that 5-minute clock now. Going to play some music to help get you thinking a little bit. And then we'll come back together as a group in about 5 minutes. right, we are back. Hopefully you all had a little bit of time to think about your values. What we'd like for you to do, if you feel comfortable sharing, is some of you can pop a few of your values into our Q&A section. For those that don't mind sharing, so we can see what some of you guys are brainstorming on. We're excited to see what some of your coaching values are. All right, we have one pop-up: respect. That's awesome. That's a great one to have as a personal and coaching value. Open-minded, awesome. Serving others, helping people to achieve their life goals, great. Able to teach and open to learn from others, honesty, acceptance, non-judgment. These are all fantastic values to have. Thank you all for sharing. And hopefully while you were going through this little exercise, as you were writing out your values, you were thinking about what they look like tangibly, because we're going to move forward to that piece here in a bit. But just to wrap up, oh gosh, we have more too that I missed. Sorry. Teamwork, acceptance, discipline, unconditional positive regard, loyal, perseverance, awesome, empathy, compassion. Thank you all for sharing. Sometimes these things are hard to share, but we appreciate you putting yourselves out there. You know, within a coaching philosophy, I like to have 5 or 6 values that I work through. You can have as many or as few as you want, but just thinking about that, you know, as you're refining this moving forward. So Coach Bushy, do you want to take us into our next section?
Absolutely. So thank you, Steph, for starting us off with that. We've been identifying some of our values, and we really appreciate you guys throwing them out there, because it helps all the coaches out to see different examples of things, and to get opinions on what values that they may have missed, or how do you combine some of those values to work out. So now that we've identified those values, the second part that we're going to go into, and we'll throw up the second question here, is now how do we put those values into action? So the values in action, we have to figure out what the question is: how will we know, see, and hear that this is something you value? That's the big question on it. And so what we want you to do is take 1 or 2 of your values, and we have the example up here, is set that value in place, and then let's try to put together an action statement, some way of putting in place how we're going to put this value into action. And how is it visible? How is it heard by your athletes, by the community, the staff that you work with? How do we make it something that comes to life? So the example here, we've got a value is responsibility, and the action statement as an example is: be accountable for my actions for the personal development of student athlete physically, psychologically, and socially. So what we're going to do now, now that we've gone in from going with our set, identifying our values, and now trying to put these values into action, we're going to put up another 5 minutes, and love to have you guys brainstorm a little bit again, come up with some ways of putting your values that you've chosen in question number 1, and try to put some action into them. So we will be back in 5 minutes to talk some more about these. All right, coaches, we're coming back. Hope that gave you some valuable time to be able to work on some of your values and putting action into place for those. So I think we're gonna pull up on our Q&A here and see some of the ones that you guys have shared with us. Let's see. Scrolling through here first. All right. So Coach Carlos is saying, creating a situation where each team member have to take decisions and to understand how those decisions will affect in other people's lives and results. That's good. I like that. We know we got one from Anna Jackson. Authenticity I will be the real me with players. I will live by my values and the values of our team. Love it. Very direct to the point, but also a lot of passion in considering the lives of your athletes and yourself. Love that. Let's see, Coach Pollock, trust, being able to listen to and accept constructive criticism. Good one. Yeah, tough one for a lot of us coaches to be able to take that and know that that's something that's development for us. It's a value that we have, and know that if we push through it, it's gonna make us better coaches in the long run. That's great. We've got punctual action statement. Be right in time at every training session so that I can run my training session as per my plan. Yeah, good. Make sure that you've got really good standards in place. That's great. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so now that we've put together some of those values in place, and now we're talking about how we're going to put them into action, now what we got to make sure to do is figure out what our purpose is. So Coach Steph is going to take over when we start to identify our purpose.
Right, so we can put the next slide up, please, or the next photo up to help guide us on the question that we're going to talk about. Okay, so we've got our values. We have value statements now on how we're going to live those values, right? What they look like, what they tangibly will look like in our actions every single day. Now we want to think about our purpose. We want to think about this from the perspective of, why do you coach? Okay, we all have different reasons for why we do what we do, why we love coaching. I know a lot of us will probably have similar reasons as to why we coach. For me, I had phenomenal coaches in my lives, both at the college and international level. And, you know, I understood and saw the impact they had on the direction of my life. And I wanted to do that for other people as well. So, you know, just thinking about why we coach and why we do what we do is really important. That's going to drive a lot of what you do. What are you trying to accomplish? This is, you know, an interesting question. I think something that's talked about in coaching a lot. And I think particularly when we look at this younger generation, what are they, Gen Z now, I think. If you're coaching youth or college age athletes, what are you trying to accomplish with them? I think the video at the very beginning that we showed of the hockey coach from Canada, really, you know, she talked a lot about like what she wanted to accomplish was teaching them life skills off the court, right? Or off the rink, hockey rink, right? Not court. So she wanted to teach them life skills. And so thinking about what are you trying to accomplish? Like, what is it that you want to achieve with the athletes you're working with? And then this one is massive, right? Why do you keep showing up? Coaching is hard. As we all know, it is a demanding profession. It's not a typical you come into work at 9 a.m. and you leave at 5 p.m. kind of work day, right? You're always on, you're always responsible and accountable to your athletes. And that's challenging. There's a lot of people that are around you that have great ideas on what they think you should be doing. And that can have an impact on you. So why is it that you keep showing up? Like, what brings you to coaching every single day that helps you tune out all the other noise around you? And then one last question to think about as you're identifying your purpose. What do you want people to say about you when you are no longer coaching? One of our values here at the University of Illinois in our wheelchair basketball program is legacy, right? And we're thinking about, what is it that we want our legacy to be here at Illinois when our student athletes leave this program? And so when you think about that and when you're done coaching and when your athletes are long done from playing for you, what do you want them to say about you? How do you want them to see the impact that you had on your life? Okay. So again, we're going to take about another 5 minutes to consider these 4 questions as you identify your purpose. You can answer one, you can answer them all, whatever you have time to do, whatever feels right for you to do. So we'll give you 5 minutes and then we'll come back together.
We got another 30 more seconds, coaches, 30 more seconds, and we'll let you guys wrap up. All right, Steph, let's do it.
Okay, so we've already got some really great answers coming through our Q&A and our chat. So I'm gonna take a couple minutes or a minute or so to read some of these. Hugo has put in our Q&A, I became a coach because I had a very important coach in my life who stimulated my leadership skills. I couldn't see myself in another profession. That's awesome, right? I think for those of us that are coaching, it's a passion, and we really can't see ourselves doing anything else, which, you know, I will admit has been challenging during this time. It's hard to coach over Zoom, but or virtually in whatever way. But yeah, I think a lot of us have had those really amazing coaches in our lives that have had incredible impact. So thanks for sharing that. Let's see, Jorge has, I'd like to teach my athletes sports as a tool of life. Absolutely. If we do it the right way, sport can be an incredible teacher. Never giving up because our athletes need coaches to motivate them with passion. Absolutely. Really great ways to think about coaching. Jason Joins has popped in. I want to teach life skills such as self-reliance, responsibility, self-advocation through the sport of wheelchair basketball in order for my athletes to be better prepared to be independent members of society and live their lives to the fullest. Absolutely. I think sometimes in our sport and in disability sport in general, with the athletes that we work with, the bar has been set so low, right? Like not a lot of people have had high expectations placed upon them. And I think that's one of our privileges as a coach, is to show them what they can achieve, right? And open their world a little bit. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Let's see. We've got so many great ones. It's hard to choose. We'll choose one more. I'll choose one from the chat. Mike Gotzi, he loves the kids. Absolutely. Trying to accomplish teamship, keep showing up through the years to develop a unique skill set. It's important to share that with others. And then what do you want people to say? I love that he loved this sport, and let's share it with others. So we've got some really great examples out there of coaches who are coaching because they love kids, because they love what they do, because they've had influential people in their lives, wanting to create independent thinkers and decision makers. I see from some other, from Carlos and Alessandro coming through, Ricardo. So thank you all for sharing. I wish we had time to read these all out loud. Maybe we can figure out some way to share them with each other, but thank you all for sharing these. I'm gonna sit and scroll through these actually while Coach Bushy takes us through our last question.
All right, thanks, Steph. Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool to see the perspectives from all these different coaches and, you know, what they're passionate about, what keeps them in the game. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into the fourth question now, and this is gonna be the big wrap up. And let me share our image here. And our fourth question is now going to be, can we combine them all? So we're going to combine them all together. We're going to use the values that we've identified, the actions that we've put into place, and our purpose, and we're going to roll those together into a coaching philosophy. So we're going to give some extra time to be able to make sure that you guys are able to work on these and you know, try to put something together that really connects with you. I think to recommend recommendations for things to be working on for the coaching philosophy is to just go through your values, the action statements, and your purpose and see how they correlate with each other, and how can you come up with a phrase, a couple of sentences, some kind of North Star for you to follow that encompasses all of this so you can move forward. And any action, anything that we work on as coaches, we can come back to this coaching philosophy and know that we're in the right direction. I love that idea of it being a North Star, that when we come back to it, go, am I following in the path that I really want to go? So we're gonna take a few minutes here, go back to your paperwork, go back to your notes, look at those values, the actions that you've selected for those values, and then what your purposes are, and let's work on this philosophy. So we'll take a few minutes and get on to it. Got 2 or 3 more minutes, coaches. 2 or 3 more minutes. We're working on our coaching philosophy. less than a minute, coaches. Less than a minute. Post your coaching philosophy drafts on our Q&A section. All right, coaches. Hopefully we had some time to be able to put that together. I mean, so we're definitely not looking for people to be like, hey, I've had my completed coaching philosophy and I'm ready to go for next season. All these coaching philosophies are a work in progress, and they're always developing and modifying depending on your coaching experiences and what your athletes need. But we're gonna pop up our Q&A here and see some feedback from a couple of our coaches here. All right. Let's see. I always try to be very strict in sports psychology, physically and nutritionally. I always try to have very good discipline, but outside of sports, I am as I am, and I treat to my athletes like great people. All right. Let's see. Chris has got one. To be a role model by leading by example, so my athletes can come to me to not only teach them about basketball, but also about life. I'll continue to do this by being committed, passionate, and give my all to my team and community, because that is what they deserve. Love that. Definitely echoes a lot of what I have in mind and what I've been developed too, of just giving back to our athletes and knowing that what we can serve for them just means the world. So Coach Jason says, in order to prepare for my athletes to be productive and independent members of society and live their lives to the fullest, I will show acceptance by recognizing that all athletes have their own strengths and weaknesses. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, guys. We appreciate you throwing them out there. I know a lot of these coaching philosophies, when you first develop them, are very personal. So it's great that you're able to share them with us, build on them, and then start to test them and work with them with your student athletes. So thank you again for working with us on that. And Steph's going to wrap us up here.
Hey, yeah, just to echo what Coach Bushy was saying, thank you guys so much for your work today. We blew through this we're at 50 minutes right now. Developing your coaching philosophy takes time. And, you know, these are just some thought starters. And it seems like a lot of you have already thought about your coaching philosophy, which is great, right? Like that's awesome to see that it seems like this wasn't the first time that some of you had thought about it, which is great because you're coaching our next generation of athletes, or our current generation of athletes that are coming through. Some things that I want to leave you with to think about with your coaching philosophy. Like we mentioned, it can be a pretty challenging process to go through. At times it can be a pretty personal process because we're really thinking about what's important to us as an individual. However, what I'd like to challenge you all to do is to keep it visible and share it once you're comfortable with where it is. So to give you an example, I'm here in my office right now. This is the office where my student athletes come in when they're here to watch video, to have conversations. This is where I bring recruits when they come in to have conversations, to show our office. And my values and my coaching philosophy, I'm looking up at it, this is my desk. It's literally right above my desk. And so I see it every single day that I come into my office. My student athletes see it every single day when they come into my office. Student athletes that I'm recruiting and their parents see it every time they come into my office. And really anybody that comes in sees my coaching philosophy. And that's important for a couple of reasons. You know, one, it gives me those reminders every day. none of us are perfect, and I'm not always going to be the person that I say I want to be. We all have challenges that take us out of that. And so it's a good reminder to be able to come back to that, right? Like if you see it every single day, then when you're faced with a tough situation, you can just kind of look at where it is and say, okay, yep, like this is why I coach. This is why I'm doing what I do. So that's one of the reasons why I like to keep mine visible, is it's a great reminder for me. And then the other, it's a reminder for the people that I work with every single day to know that this is who I am. I'm really not going to deviate from that person. And this is what I'm going to use to guide my decision-making and guide my coaching. So it's visible for everyone to see. That's important to do from like a program philosophy standpoint too. I mentioned one of our values of legacy here at Illinois Wheelchair Basketball. Right outside of our offices, we have a giant wall with our 5 core values, printed, painted. I don't know how to say it. It's a fancy technology that I have no idea what they do. It's wrapped on the wall. But it's a very visual reminder as you walk through our hallway to what our values of our program are. So keep it visible, let people see it, let it breathe, let them know who you are and what you believe in. Okay, that's really important. The reason that it's important, and the reason why it's important to be visible and to share it with everybody in your program, is so they know who you are, and to make those connections so that they trust you, so you can build those relationships. And when we get questioned about why we do certain things, we just point to our philosophy and say, this is why I do what I do. This is why it's important. So I encourage you to share it, right? Share it with your athletes that you work with. Share it with your administration. Share it with your inner circle. Share it with other coaches who are really important to you. I share mine with recruits when they come on recruiting visits, so that they know who I am. I actually share it even before they come on a recruiting visit. And I talk through it, but again, they can see it when they come in. So keep it visible and share it, and make sure that just everyone around you understands what that philosophy is, and understands why you're doing the things that you do. I can't really stress that enough. Don't keep it secret. Don't keep it hidden inside. Let other folks know why you do it. Let's see, we've got about 5 minutes left. And so I didn't know if there was anything else in the Q&A, or Bush, if there's anything else we need to do before we wrap up.
I don't think so. I think we're pretty good on that.
Okay.
Just kind of reflecting on what Steph's talking about too is, continue to work on these coach philosophies, and also continue to just work on your values and thinking about that values list, because there's some values that come into play, and then there might be changes in life and other values come into light. So it's always great to come back to these. I know this is personally a challenging thing for me to continue to develop on a coaching philosophy and trying to add new areas in, but it's something that you got to do and keep working on, because it's going to make you a better coach, and it's going to give more to your athletes. So again, love the fact that you guys are here working with us on it.
Okay. Thanks for all the feedback in the chat. We really appreciate that feedback. I think we had one question about like if we can all stay connected, and myself and Matt will definitely chat to see if there's a way we can do that, to make sure that you guys can all stay connected. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for giving of yourselves during this session. I want to promote tomorrow's session real quick. It's going to be a good one. This one was good, but tomorrow's going to be really good because we have Mike Frogley with us. I think he's on the call today. But he's going to be with us tomorrow talking about long-term athlete development. So you'll get to understand how, when you look at the development of the athletes that you're working with from a macro perspective, a long-term perspective, how it actually gives you clarity on the day-to-day of what you do. So Frog is going to be with us tomorrow, giving us some knowledge about that. So again, thank you all for joining us today. We had a blast. Just one more plug. Thank you for reminding me. One more plug for Molly. Molly Grisham, a person of influence, is her organization. Again, our women's team worked with her this season directly. And this is not an exaggeration. We had some of the best team chemistry and team culture and leadership that we've ever had on our team. Molly's incredible. So I can't say enough about her. And she's just an incredible human being as well. So follow her on her social media, reach out to her if you're interested in having her work with your teams. All right. So guys have a great, yes, our social media, myself and Coach Bushy, our Twitter, our Insta handles. Feel free to follow us. We'll put information up about our teams, about coaching, about things that we're passionate about and interested in as well on our social media. So follow us as well. Reach out to us if you guys ever need anything. So with that, we're looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day wherever you are, and we'll see you tomorrow.